Fortnite Season 5 is in full swing with so many changes, new locations to explore, and new game modes to enjoy. While you're busy building massive worlds in playground mode or knocking off enemies one by one, there are a number of Easter eggs you may have missed along the way. Before we begin, subscribe to TheGamer and don't forget to ring that bell to become part of our notification squad where you'll be the first to know of new content. Without further ado, here are some of the Season 5 Easter eggs you missed. Restoring Dusty Depot. Depending on what season you actually started playing Fortnite in, the center of the map was likely called something different. As YouTuber Next Gen Entertainer shows us, the area originally started out as Dusty Depot, and it was nothing special, just 3 large warehouses with terrible loot. In recent seasons, the area changed after a meteor strike destroyed the land, and the location was renamed Dusty Divot. Now in Season 5, Dusty Divot has a whole new look, with much of the area overgrown with trees and many of the structures removed. While this change is pretty obvious just by looking at the overhead map, getting a little closer will help reveal some additional details. If you look closely at the trucks surrounding Dusty Divot, you'll notice a lot of key items are stored there. For example, one truck features dumpsters, porta potties, and construction materials, which indicates some great transformation to the Dusty Divot area. A lot of the overgrown trees may get cut down as new buildings are erected, and players should expect to see some major changes once Season 6 arrives. The ever-changing location gives players a lot to do and explore with each new season. The pallets and other items are general tools, so there's nothing clear about what exactly will get built in the area. Either way, we'll have to see if the impact of the meteor has any effect on what eventually gets placed in the location. The Viking Sail. Teleportation elements have been infused into Fortnite Season 5 ever since the epic rocket launch created huge rifts in the sky. These elements of teleportation may be seen through various parts of the map, including the new Season 5 Viking Village. As you explore the village located high up in the hills, you can't miss the spectacular sight of the large Viking ship. At first glance, the sail symbol may just look like a Viking-inspired llama design. If you look closely at the flag design, you'll notice a lot of legs. This is because the design is based off the Sleipnir, an animal featured in Norse mythology. The creature is known as an 8-legged horse and was ridden by Odin. The horse itself could make an epic appearance in Fortnite in a number of different ways, and the design features on the sail are a nice touch to true Viking history. The horse could appear as a statue, similar to the new dinosaur statues. It could also be the first living creature in the game to be ridden. Imagine riding into battle on an 8-legged horse and having the ability to shoot enemies while on top of your steed. Escape from shore. A few weeks ago, there were a ton of headlines about one of the great Fortnite rescue attempts of all time. When YouTuber Musilk discovered Chappadoodle abandoned on shore, he attempted to save him using an ATK. Things didn't go exactly as planned. As the cart tumbled down, plowed into Chappadoodle and instantly killed the character. Chappadoodle, no! The video quickly went viral and Epic Games took notice. To help honor the failed rescue, a large tombstone was resurrected right at the location where Chappadoodle was killed. By heading down to the isolated area, you can see the tombstone and mourn the hilarious death. Not only did Epic Games add this nice touch, but there are a few things they did to help prevent this type of incident from ever happening again. The first fix was giving the players the ability to build up and down the hill as needed. The second fix is the addition of some tires so players can easily hop back up and won't find themselves stuck on the shore like Chappadoodle was. There are all kinds of funny incidents happening in Fortnite, and to see Epic Games honor them is what makes the game so great. It feels like a true community. Golf shots. For some of us, hunting down enemies and killing them just wasn't enough. We already had the privilege of using soccer fields in previous seasons of Fortnite, but now in Season 5, they really upped the ante with access to basketballs and golf balls. When going through your remotes, it's easy to pull out a ball and get off a shot at any location. Obviously, the best place to get your golf swing on is at the Lucky Links golf course. YouTuber Yode turned the playground mode into a crazy golf course where wooden walls help create obstacles and ramps for the balls to roll on. If you look closely while playing golf, you could enjoy some statistics along the way. In the bottom left corner of the screen is usually a kill feed. The pessimistic feed actually comes with a lot of joy each time you make a shot because it'll tell you how far away your shot was. Not only can you screenshot your distance for bragging rights, but it easily helps you keep track of your best shots no matter how often you play. Mourning the Tomato. The rocket launch and presence of the Rift created all types of changes on the Fortnite map. For buildings in Tomato Town, their businesses were seriously damaged. One of the more obvious examples of this was the Tomato Man head statue in Tomato Town. The tomato head was so iconic there was even a skin created after it. After the head disappeared, there were clearly people upset with the game's story. If you travel back to the pizza restaurant and go on the roof, there's a small Easter egg indicating how iconic the Tomato Man really was. Look closely, and you'll see a small sign that says goodbye and features an image of a tomato on it. Obviously, between the rocket launch and premiere of Season 5, some type of vigil took place at the pizza restaurant. For players like Alex Smearman, he took mourning the Tomato Man into his own hands. The YouTuber wore the Tomato Man skin, made his way to the top of the restaurant, and proceeded to dance in the location where the Tomato Man used to be. a wonderful way to honor a wonderful man. As players continue to mourn the lost, it's only a matter of time before we find out where the giant tomato actually ended up. Spoiler alert, it's in your pasta sauce. Opening the drive-in. The large island in Fortnite seems like an amazing place to live. Spend your days shopping on Retail Row, enjoy a relaxing boat trip on Loot Lake, or hit the course on Lucky Links. At night, there's even more to do, especially in the form of a drive-in theater. Risky Reels is an outdoor theater which houses a huge projection screen and brings back a lot of nostalgia for people who enjoyed attending the drive-ins. Back in Season 4, Risky Reels was a huge mess. The screen was destroyed, the parking lot was a mess, and it looked like the place hadn't been touched since the 1950s. When you take your best girl for a picture show and a milkshake, all for a nickel. Well, like many other locations in Season 5, it seems like some restoration has begun. One of the biggest changes you'll notice are all the cars lining the lot again. Apparently, if you rebuild it, they will come. The lot is completely full, which is kind of funny considering the screen still isn't fully repaired. We guess watching a great movie on 75% of a screen is better than no movie at all. For a detailed look at the changes, YouTuber player Random Chivos went to the Risky Reels and captured all types of footage of the area. At this rate, Season 6 could be airing full-length fictional Fortnite movies. Or maybe they should just start streaming some in-game player stats. Seeing underwater. The water areas in Fortnite add a different kind of element and strategy when playing. You can choose to build platforms directly over the water for easier travels, and trudge through the water to make your way around. One of the biggest issues when going into the water used to be the lack of visibility. Certain forced camera angles made it impossible to see through the water, turning crouching positions into frustrating blind spots. Loot Lake is the water mass in the game where many players find themselves trapped when they couldn't see to get out. The dark waters also made it impossible to pick up specific items when another player was killed in the water. Well, if you've taken a swim at all during Season 5, then you would have noticed someone spent a lot of time cleaning up the lake. Not only have the graphics improved dramatically, but the water is completely clear. You have the ability to change how you play in Loot Lake, and can crouch all you want to avoid enemy spotting. Seeing through the water has multiple advantages for the future of the game as well. We can imagine Epic Games adding a special scuba gear add-on similar to the bush. Players can hide deeper in the water, and the game could even include secret underwater tunnels. MOAI heads. Season 5 has brought the past into the present, and another example of this comes from the MOAI heads now present on the island. Unlike other areas like the dinosaur statue or Viking village, the MOAI heads are scattered all around the island. The statues are not just a random decoration for the island, no. They serve as a great Easter egg and have many secrets associated with them. One of the biggest secrets is where the MOAI heads are pointing to. Redditor Shadookin Games created a map following the direction of every MOAI head was pointing to. They're all pointing towards Salty Springs, the location of the biggest rift. The direction of the heads only adds to the mystery of their appearance in Season 5. The heads are clearly inspired by the real-life statues found on Easter Island. The statues have been there for thousands of years and are surrounded by a ton of mystery. For gamers, these statues were seen in Super Mario Land from the original Game Boy. The MOAI heads may look nice in Fortnite, but another secret involves their destruction. Axing the MOAI heads will help you quickly build up on brick materials early in a match. Get to a MOAI head first, and you'll be treated to one or more treasure chests as well. Heavy shotguns. One of the best parts about dropping into a Fortnite battle is seeing what weapons you discover lying around or hidden in chests. With such a large arsenal to choose from, it's easy to lose track of all the different options. When it comes to shotguns, there are multiple types to choose from, including the heavy shotgun. In previous seasons of Fortnite, the gun wasn't the best, especially when compared to the pump shotgun. But Epic Games has included some subtle changes to help with the way the gun is used. In previous seasons, the heavy shotgun would only shoot 5 pellets out. This limited the coverage the shotgun had when it hit enemies. Epic Games decided to double the pellet output by including 10 pellets instead of 5. This subtle change makes a huge difference, especially when other players try to dodge your shots. The range of the heavy shotgun is much improved as well. When the heavy shotgun first got its buff, Epic Games accidentally increased the damage to extreme amounts. Once the glitch was found, Epic Games got rid of it, but the heavy shotgun can still create some heavy damage. If you have room in your inventory, the weapon is definitely worth holding onto and works well in the crowded 50 vs 50 mode. A true victory. Whether you're playing solo, duos, or squads, nothing feels better than being the sole survivor and earning a victory royale. No matter how many times you've done it, the victory never gets old, and Season 5 only made celebrating even better. Epic Games made a few tweaks to the victory royale declaration, and players who discovered them cannot get enough. The first big change is the slow motion ending. Just as the final enemy dies, the game goes into ultra slow motion. Confetti starts to fall, and you see the dramatic ending in all of its glory. Another change to the victory royale is the graphic displayed for a winner. Toss in some new victory music and you have yourself a true celebration. No matter how you get sidetracked exploring the world, the game is ultimately about winning, and increasing the fanfare only adds to the fun. Fortnite player Mamba XO won 2 early Season 5 matches and displayed their great new victories in squad mode. The new victory can be seen in every mode, even if you're playing 50 vs 50. So get out there, Fortnite fans, and earn your victory royale! Well, there you have it. Are there any Easter eggs we missed? What do you want to see in Season 6? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Gamer for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.